Today we're exploring 1 Samuel 15 to 17.
3 chapters, big themes: obedience, anointing, and bold faith.
Let's start with Saul and the Amalekites.
The command was stark: utterly destroy Amalek, no exceptions.
Saul fought and won but spared Agag and the best animals.
He kept what looked valuable and called it good.
Samuel hears bleating and lowing and confronts him directly.
The excuses arrive dressed as worship. We saved them for sacrifice.
Samuel's words cut through. Obeying is better than sacrificing.
It's a line that pierces rationalization like a spear.
Saul claims obedience but admits fear of the people.
That confession reveals the heart of the failure.
He feared opinion more than he feared disobedience.
Leadership gets distorted when approval outranks devotion.
Then the robe tears, and the symbolism is brutal.
The kingdom is torn from Saul, handed to another.
Samuel refuses to return with him at first.
Eventually he accompanies him to worship, yet without reversal.
And Agag's end is shocking and severe.
Samuel executes justice, closing that chapter decisively.
The text is intense and morally challenging.
It confronts us with ancient judgment and divine command.
How do you read obedience is better than sacrifice today?
It means rituals can't substitute for a listening heart.
So partial obedience is still disobedience?
Exactly. Selective surrender isn't faith, it's negotiation.
Saul sets up a monument to himself afterward.
Monument making and excuse making often walk together.
God grieves over making Saul king.
That grief humanizes the narrative. It's relational, not mechanical.
Samuel mourns long, but God redirects him.
Chapter 16 shifts to a new anointing in Bethlehem.
Jesse's sons parade past, tall and impressive.
Yet the Lord looks not at height, but at the heart.
The youngest is busy with sheep, not ceremony.
David enters ruddy, handsome, but defined by God's choice.
The horn of oil pours, and the Spirit comes.
From that day, David is marked by presence.
Meanwhile, Saul's experience changes dramatically.
The spirit departs, and an evil spirit troubles him.
The court seeks a harpist, a healer through music.
David's skill, valor, prudence, and favor bring him near.
He becomes armor-bearer, and Saul loves him.
Music soothes, and the turbulence calms temporarily.
Then chapter 17 escalates into the valley narrative.
Goliath strides out, armored like a fortress.
His taunt is tactical, challenge morale and identity.
For 40 days, fear sets the agenda.
David arrives as a messenger, not a soldier.
He hears the defiance and asks courageous questions.
Who is this Philistine to defy the living God?
It's audacity rooted in covenant memory.
His brother thinks it's pride or curiosity.
Family misreads faith as spectacle, often.
David volunteers. Saul doubts his youth.
David narrates lines and bears rehearsed faith.
Deliverance in past trials fuels present courage.
He refuses untested armor, chooses familiar tools.
5 smooth stones, a sling, and trust.
Goliath mocks. David reframes the battle.
The battle is the Lord's, he declares.
He runs forward, not backward, toward the giant.
The stone sinks. The fortress falls face first.
David finishes the battle decisively, then Israel pursues.
The valley echoes with a turning tide.
Fear melts, faith ignites collective courage.
The contrast with Saul is striking.
One relies on appearances, the other on presence.
One rationalizes. The other remembers deliverance.
One seeks monuments, the other seeks God's name honored.
How do we apply obedience over sacrifice practically?
Start with listening before acting, then follow through fully.
So integrity beats impressive gestures every time?
Integrity anchors gesture. Without it, gesture is hollow.
What about fear of people?
Name it, then measure it against fear of God.
And the robe tearing?
Detached hearts eventually tear institutions too.
What do you make of the anointing sequence?
God's choice bypasses spectacle, favors hidden formation.
Shepherding trains, courage, patience, and attentive care.
Faith grows in quiet fields before public valleys.
Then music ministry appears as spiritual care.
Skill serves presence. Excellence becomes therapy.
Any humor in 5 stones for the meeting?
5 reasons: 1 sling, trust, memory, skill, clarity, courage.
I like that. Stones as portable convictions.
And armor as borrowed expectations that don't fit.
Why refuses armor that looks helpful?
Because untested tools burden agility and faith.
Where do you see selective obedience today?
And choosing easy commands and ignoring costly ones.
Like generosity without justice or confession without change?
Precisely. Half measures masquerade as devotion.
And obeying is better than sacrifice critiques that.
It confronts spiritual performance culture head on.
Samuel's grief matters in leadership transitions.
Mourning honors the past while obeying new direction.
God's grief shows relational complexity.
Love can grieve over choices, yet move forward.
What about David's confidence versus arrogance?
Confidence rooted in God's deliverance isn't self-promotion.
His words credit God before victory arrives.
That's faith speaking in the present tense.
Do you see parallels to modern giants?
Systems of fear, injustice, or cynicism towering.
Stones might be specific disciplines and commitments.
Daily practices that aim at precise vulnerabilities.
The sling is the practiced life of trust.
Yes, formed by repetition, not sudden bravado.
Saul's monument contrasts with David's memory work.
One celebrates self, the other rehearses God's acts.
Agag's execution disturbs modern sensibilities.
It should provoke sober wrestling, not casual dismissal.
How do we handle that ethically?
Acknowledge ancient context and resist trivializing violence.
And learn justice must be addressed, not avoided.
With humility and caution centered on God's character.
The elders tremble when Samuel arrives in Bethlehem.
Holiness entering town changes tensions and expectations.
Yet Samuel comes peaceably, guiding sacrificial preparation.
He creates space for discernment before decision.
Discernment looks beyond appearance to true alignment.
It calibrates heart, not just optics and resume.
David's prudence in speech gets a highlight.
Courage doesn't mean carelessness, it measures words wisely.
Saul asks, "Whose son is this youth?"
Identity matters. Lineage meets vocation in that moment.
The Spirit's departure marks Saul's shift.
Presence is the real kingship qualifier.
What sustains David under pressure?
Memory, music, and God's anointing presence.
What undermined Saul under pressure?
Fear, self-justification, and selective obedience.
How might a listener practice obedience today?
Start small, obey promptly, and keep listening daily.
And in facing giants this week?
Run forward with rehearsed trust, not borrowed armor.
Any final thought on "the Lord looks at the heart"?
Cultivate hidden fidelity. God sees the unseen roots.
So success starts unseen before the valley.
Exactly. Formation precedes victory.
We've crossed kings, fields, and valleys in 3 chapters.
And returned with a handful of living stones.
Let's close with a question for reflection.
What good-looking sacrifices hide a gap in obedience?
And which small faithful practice could become your sling?
Consider that before building any monuments.
Thanks for journeying through 1 Samuel with us.
Until next time, keep your heart aligned and your sling ready. God bless.